Hey, are you tired of plain old tumblers? Let's fix that. I'm going to show you step by step how to crochet a tumbler wrap with a handle opening. Cute, practical, and totally customizable. Let's get started. I'm using worsted weight yarn. You can use any worsted weight yarn you would like. Red Heart Super Saver is perfectly acceptable. It does not have to be cotton. Cotton is absolutely wonderful though. And I'm using a Susan Bates G 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. So we need to start by chaining 42. Let's make a slip knot and start chaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go off camera and finish those 42 chains. So I have finished my 42 chains. Another note on this chain, you don't need it to be tight. It needs to have a little bit of stretch to it. Now, how did I come to the fact that I needed 42 chains? My tumbler is 12 inches around, and I'm going to show you how I came to the conclusion that 42 chains was the proper amount of chains. I wrapped it around the base of my tumbler. It does not meet, but will it stretch to meet? Yes, it does. Now, if your chains don't meet when you stretch
just add a couple of chains, or if it's too loose, take away 2 chains.
Until it meets. You don't want it to overlap. You want it to just meet. All right, so let's get started on what is next. We need to join this chain in a ring. And let me tell you, a lot of folks are confused about how to join in a ring without a twist. We do not want a twist. So here is the easiest way I know how to crochet a chain and then join in a ring without a twist. I grab the end of this chain right here, the 42 stitches, with my working hand, and I keep my hand in crochet position. Then I take my opposite hand and I just start running it through my fingers and making sure that the top V is always visible. So I'm running it through my fingers, then I come down and grab it, run it through my fingers. You can do this with an extremely long chain. Run it through my fingers and grab it, drop it, come down and grab it, and I am at the last chain, or the very beginning chain. I want to join it, so I drop it.
I turn the end.
I grab it with my working hand. Then I pick it up and I turn it, grabbing the tail so I can hold it in position. Did you see that? I've got the tail, and I insert my hook right above that bottom V. Now I drop the tail, I grab my working yarn, pick that tail back up underneath there so that I can keep it straight, and then I yarn over, pull through, and join with a slip stitch. All right, now we're going to place our first stitch in this joining stitch. So we'll chain 1, and we're going to single crochet in each chain across. So there's 1. You'll get used to joining it in a ring without a twist, without any problems whatsoever. It just takes a little bit of practice. Let me walk through a single crochet just in case you are a beginner. So how I crochet into a chain, there are many different ways to do it, but how I do it is right above this bottom V, insert your hook, yarn over. If you're a beginner, sometimes it is easier to yarn over like that, like wrap it around your hook and then pull through. When you're more advanced, you just grab the yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Let me do that one more time. Single crochet is you insert hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I'm going to go off camera and crochet in each chain around, and I'll meet you at the end. I am at the end of the round. I have 1, 2, 3 more stitches to crochet, and as you can see, everything is in good shape. There is not a twist. Let's get that let's get that yarn tail out of the way. So I need to finish 1, 2, 3.
This last bit is not a stitch.
All right. 2, 3. Now I'm going to join. There's the chain 1 that I made. This is the first single crochet. The top 2 V's are the first single crochet. I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the top of that first single crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1 and begin with a back post half double crochet around this single crochet.
So yarn over, insert hook from the back of the stitch around the front to the back again, yarn over, pull through to the front, around the front to the back, and
I have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now I want to make a front post half double crochet. So yarn over, insert in the front, go around the back, back to the front, yarn over, pull through, around the back, back to the front, and I have 3 on the hook, and yarn over, pull through all 3. Then it is a back post half double crochet, then a front post half double crochet around this stitch. I started to do a back post. And there we go. Back post. Front post. And as you can see, you have a back post, front post, back post, front post, back post, front post. That is the pattern all the way around. You will end with a front post if you have an even amount of stitches. And that's what you really want. So if you started with a base chain that was an odd number, somewhere in this beginning set of single crochets, just add an extra stitch in there, like 2 stitches in one chain. It won't change the outcome in any way whatsoever of the shape of your tumbler wrap, but it will give you this even ribbing that you're wanting. Let me go off camera and finish this, and I'll come right back.
I'm at the end of the round. I have 2 more stitches to crochet. I have a back post half double crochet and then a front post half double crochet. I had an even amount of stitches, so this front post will sit right beside this back post, making an even ribbing. Let me make that these last 2 stitches. Remember, here's the back post. You go in from the back, around to the back. Now the last one is a front post. You go in from the front, around to the front. And now we have ended the round. We have 42 stitches. Now we need to join to the top, the very top, under those top 2 V's, join with a slip stitch to the top of that first back post half double crochet, chain 1, and single crochet in this stitch, in the next stitch, in the next stitch, single crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. But an important thing to note is we will leave the last 4 stitches. This is not the last stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These last 4 stitches will remain unworked. It will be the opening for the tumbler handle. All right, so let me crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. We need to leave 4 stitches unworked. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 more that needs a single crochet. Now they will become rows because we will chain. They will no longer be rounds. We will chain 1, turn and single crochet in each stitch across, and then chain 1 and turn at the end of the row. Let me get to the end of the row and I'll be right back. I'm at the end of the second row, and there are 2 more stitches left to crochet. So single crochet in this stitch and the next stitch, and we're at the end. We have 38 stitches. Chain 1 and turn, and then do it again. Continue to crochet in the same manner. Single crochet in each stitch across, chain 1 and turn, and I will meet you at the end of round 20. Woohoo! I am at the end of round 20. Right here's the end of round 20. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn and single crochet through round 21. But when I get to the end of round 21, I'm going to chain 4. Yep, I'm closing up the gap and slip stitching to the top of the first single crochet. 1, chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch and in each stitch across, and then chain 4. Let me get to the end of the round and I'll show you the chain 4 and join. Okay, I'm at the end of round 21. It's a round now because we'll make it a round and then finish in a round. So single crochet in the last stitch and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then join with a slip stitch to the beginning. Single crochet right under those top 2 V's. I joined with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1, single crochet in that joining stitch, single crochet in the next stitch and in each stitch around, and then when I get to the chain I'll put a single crochet in each chain. Let me get to this point and then I'll come back on camera and show you how to finish. Alright, I'm at the end. I have 1 more single crochet to make in a single crochet stitch. Now I'm going to single crochet in each of these chains. So the first single crochet will go right here. Like I said, I like to put my stitch right above the bottom V. Second single crochet, third single crochet. Let me slow this last one down. Fourth single crochet right in that V. Whoops, I got a bump in the wrong spot. Use my thumbnail to make sure I'm above that V. Single crochet. Now join with a slip stitch to the top of this single crochet. Now we are back to 42 stitches. We had 38 stitches when we were in the rows, and now in the round we have 42 stitches again. So now we're going to build up with a chain 1 and then start the back post, front post, half double crochet situation again. Real easy. Front post, half double crochet, back post, half double crochet. We are coming to the end of our basic tumbler wrap, a tumbler with a handle wrap. This would be great for teacher gifts. You can personalize these tumbler wraps. You can add bows. You can add an appliqué. You can embroider a monogram on these with an embroidery machine. And in the following videos, I will try to teach you how. So here we go. Let me get to the end of the round. There's a back post, half double crochet, front post, back post, front post, back post, all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. I'm coming up on the end of round 24. I have been placing a back post half double crochet, and I have been placing a back post half double crochet and front post half double crochet
alternately every other stitch. I will continue that pattern. The last one was a back post, so this one needs to be a front post, half double crochet. The next one is a back post, front post, back post, and front post. Join with a slip stitch. We are almost done. Chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch around. Then we will end off. Let me get to the end of the round so we can end off and then put this on the tumbler. I'll be right back. I am at the last 2 stitches here on this tumbler wrap, and single crochet, join with a slip stitch to the top of that first single crochet, end off, and then I will show you how to put this tumbler wrap onto the tumbler. All right, let me show you how to put this basic tumbler wrap onto the tumbler. It is fairly easy. You want round 1 at the bottom because this is where you had the beginning chain and there isn't much stretch. The top, rounds 23 through 25, has a bit of stretch and it will slip up over the handle. But let me show you how to put that on. All right, so we start by shoving the tumbler and pushing this up a good bit. Get this on up in here. Get the bottom rounds on up in here. Get the bottom rounds and then just push that on up. It will slip right over the handle. And then you have to adjust, push it in place. There we go. Just a little bit of fussing. Just a tiny bit of fussing is needed. And then you have a beautiful tumbler wrap with a little bit of detail stitching at the bottom and at the top. Now, I like placing a button here and then putting a little button loop. You can either use ribbon to do that with, or you can use a chain loop to do that with. I'll show that in another tutorial. But a simple way to embellish this would be to get some leather tags that have a little peg on it. So I think I'll add one right here, and it says handmade with, says made with love. Really cute. And what you do is just slip it right down in underneath until it's at the fold, and then you can see the little bead pushes up through, and then you just add that in there. Then it's easy to remove if you want to wash it. And there you have the basic tumbler wrap.
And that's it. You've got the perfect base for your 40-ounce tumbler wrap. Now it's your turn to make it your own with bows, tags, or school colors. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be the first to see the upcoming videos where we add all of those fun embellishments. Well, it was really good to have you on my side of the mountain. I hope you'll come again soon. Goodbye.